What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And I hope you like this video. This is going to be your review for Ready to Love Season 8, Episode 3. We're in Dallas, okay? So it's a men are in charge. It is a women's elimination week, and we see the guys meeting up with Tommy down to the men's lounge, right? Tommy says, listen, this week it is Tommy's choice. I will be setting up the dates. I will be choosing who y'all go out with. And, you know, this will be an opportunity for you to maybe get to know some people you didn't already know. And let's see where we stand. Man, what I can appreciate is I feel like production did a good job of paying attention to who had already connected with who had talked to who or whom. Because it seems like a couple of these dates were with people who had not had any contact with each other prior to. So the first date we see Tanquilla with Marvin. Now, Tanquilla said that, or Taquilla. She said that, you know, she really hadn't had an opportunity to connect with Marvin. So she was looking forward to connecting with Marvin. Now, let me tell you something. Here is, the kiss of death for T. I know I'm just going to call her T. The kiss of death for T was, it seems like she was talking a whole lot of ish, like off camera, offline, and it got back to the people. Honestly, I feel like some of the stuff she was saying was the kind of stuff that all of them were probably saying, but she was probably saying it to the wrong people. So, like, for example, she made comments about Marvin. Oh, Marvin must not like me because he sort of snubbed me at the brunch. Well, whoever you told that to went back and repeated it to Marvin. So Marvin already kind of felt some kind of way, even though y'all met up and y'all really did have a good date. It looked like y'all had a good time. You know, Marvin said that you didn't seem to have a little stank attitude that he was expecting because he had heard that you had some things to say, but you were cool. Your attitude was good, and y'all had a good time. And I honestly I thought that they left there, you know, even after they were playing like, you know, it was fun. You know, he bought her flowers and they had a nice little lunch, you know, and they were talking after the lunch or whatever. So I thought it was a cute little moment, but I think Marvin was kind of already turned off by the situation because of what had already gotten back to him about what she said. And throughout this episode, that happens multiple times. People are like, well, I heard she said this, and I heard she said that, and she said this about me, and she said that about me. And I think your mouth got you in trouble, girl. I think your mouth got you in trouble. But anyway, what I can appreciate is that we did not have to have a whole conversation about Marvin's sex life. Like, he told her he liked her accent because it was sexy, and that was it. I need us to not, every time we see Marvin, talk about erotica and doms and bondage and child. It's more to him than that. But he just let y'all know up front this is what he into, okay? But it is more to him than that. So I like the fact that we got a chance to see more of him. So then we have Chris. Chris is meeting up with Karina. Now, Karina is the new girl, the wild card, right? We know that there were only 18 people at the mixes, so somewhere down the line, we knew that they was going to add another man and another woman or whatever to the mix. Maybe not man and woman, but we knew two more people were going to be added. So we meet Karina. Karina is an RN. She says she has 3 degrees. We find out later on that she is an entrepreneur. She's opened up she's opened up businesses, and she is very confident. She is very much, I know who I am. I know what I bring to the table. And, you know, she definitely understood that she was walking in the door. The women already had sort of clicked up, and so they was going to be side-eyeing her a little bit. But she went on a date with Chris, and they had a really good time. They seemed like they had a really good date. It was easy. You know, they talked. It was flowing. The conversation was cool. Chris was like, you know, she's beautiful, which she is. They had a lot in common. We found out, you know, we know Chris was raised in Africa. Her mom is from her dad is from Sierra Leone. So they had some things in common. And again, they seemed like they had a really, really good date. They really did. So then we meet, so then Janelle goes out on a date with Christopher. Christopher is the other wild card. So he was new. They went to this pizza place. It looked really nice. When I go to Dallas, I'm going to have to remember the name. It looked cute. It's one of those places where you can make your own pizza and then they'll bring it to you. You can eat it. It was real cute. It's a cute date. That was a cute date moment. Um, they have a lot in common as well. Come to find out, they went to the same high school at the same time. Chris is an entrepreneur. He was in law enforcement. Um, um, he was a teacher, you know, but now he has his own business. He lived somewhere else and then he moved to Dallas. Little country city situation. But I liked seeing Janelle. Janelle was not as obnoxious as she was last week. I feel like that was a cute date. They were a little flirty, and they got along. I mean, it was cute. You know, it was cute. Um, so we had that. So then we have Phil, um, T, and Sierra. This was like a little three-way date situation. And again, Tequila, you are focusing too much on because Phil was like, well, why do you think Tommy, brought us together? And she was like, well, I feel like you're holding a grudge against me. And he was like, I'm not holding a grudge. Like we don't click. Like that's it. We don't click. Like I don't dislike you, but just romantic is it's not a match. So then they were talking about social media, and Phil was like, "Look, I'm private. Like I don't like putting my life on social media. I don't post." He said because they were talking about age differences, and he said, "Well, I find that the age difference comes into what people are interested in. Like I don't do the social media thing." And Tequila was like, "I think it's weird that he doesn't want to post his girlfriend. Like you post, you post your family. Why wouldn't you post your girlfriend?" Well, first of all, I don't follow Phil on his social media, so maybe he doesn't post his girlfriend. His family. Like there are people. I know it's hard to believe, but there are people who really don't do social media like that. Like really don't do social media. So maybe he doesn't. And honestly, I'm not one of those people that feel like my man gotta post me. Like I don't care. I I don't think that means something's wrong. I don't think that means he's hiding something. I just think that means he's private, and that's just not how he chooses to live his life. I just think he's private. Um, but Phil and T definitely is a no. Phil and Sierra, I feel like they was cool, but I don't feel like it was really no spark there either. Sierra showed up in another one of her wigs, looking cute. But I don't think there's a spark there either. So Sierra was talking about how she has a big family and she's ready to have kids. Like yesterday, her biological clock. She said, "Listen, I need to get started because I grew up in a big family and I want a big family." So that was the big thing with that. Then we have our group date. We got flag football. So we have Aries, Lee, Unique, and then we have Red, Herbert, and Chris, the new guy, right? So of course Chris shows up and everybody's like, "Who is this? Oh my goodness, who is this? Oh, we got a group date. Who is this? We got a new guy." So Chris introduces himself to the group and they played flag football and it was really fun. Like it was really, really fun. They looked like they had a really good time. They were playing hard. Them girls weren't trying to be cute, like, "Oh my gosh, how do you play?" Baby, they was playing. They was playing hard and it was cute. It was a good moment. So afterwards everybody was kind of talking to each other. So we saw Unique talking to Chris, and baby Unique let it be known that she don't play, she don't take no mess off of nobody, and I think Chris was a little turned off about the way she was sort of talking a little bit. We saw Red talking to Aries. And baby, why Red gonna ask Aries? He said, "I find you attractive. Do you think I'm attractive, baby?" Why she gonna say, I hope they come back later and say that was editing because baby, girl. And again, I ain't saying she needed to lie, but see, that's why you shouldn't ask for things you don't want to know the answer to. Don't be like, "Do you think I'm attractive?" Just let me, if you gonna give me the compliment, just give me the compliment, child. So then, uh, who else talked, child? Lee talked to, did Lee talk to Herbert? I think, maybe. Um, but it wasn't really nothing big there. But again, it got because Aries hadn't had a chance to really talk to um Red. Although I don't think there's no match there. You know, they all got a chance to sort of talk to the new guy, Chris. They all got a chance to talk to the new kid on the block. Um, and so that was cool. That was cool. So then we had another group scene where we had Karina, Marvin, or Move, what that man name? Move, whatever. Phil, Jessica, and Kira. Um, no, it was Marvin and what's that man name? Movia, I can't pronounce it right, but um, the one that got the daughter. I said he just looking for a mama. He just looking for somebody to help him raise that baby. I'm sorry, I ain't trying to be mean. He might be a really nice guy, but baby, he looking for somebody to help him raise that baby. That is what we are doing here, okay? Um, so then again, they played round robin. Everybody had a chance to sort of talk to who they hadn't talked to. They had a chance to meet Karina. Now Kira and who was the other girl there, child? Kira and Jessica. They weren't being as like open and warm. Now Phil gave Chris a hard time too. Let's be clear. It wasn't just the women doing it because the guys did it too to Chris. But I think the women were a little more cautious because it was a female elimination. So it's kind of like, hell, I'm already trying to not be eliminated. We don't need to add somebody new to the mix. So I can understand the ladies feeling some kind of way. I can understand it. I can feel that. I can feel that. But the guys all were loving Miss Karina. She made good impressions on them. And again, like I said, they just played round robin and everybody got a chance to talk, child. Like I said, the biggest thing I walked away from that is, I'm gonna call him Mo. He just looking for somebody to help him raise that baby. Cause he said that he was like, I came from a 2-parent household and I just want my child to be raised in that environment. He said that he was with the woman and she was seeing him and seeing her ex at the same time when she got pregnant. So once she had the baby, he basically was like, just give me that baby, child. You going over there and do what you're doing and give me that baby. Now, I hate to ask the obvious. Did you get a DNA test? Because if she was seeing you and somebody else at the same time, I'm just wondering. Did you get a DNA test? So then the people went down to the lounge. The men was in the lounge and they were talking about their tops. Janelle is still in the top. She's still, a lot of guys was feeling her. We don't really care about the tops. Let's talk about the bottom. So the bottom we had Tequila, Unique. She just made bad impressions on the guys. Of course, we know how Red feel about her. We know Red ain't feeling Unique, and he sort of reiterated his issues with Unique. But of course, a lot of people had bad experiences with Tequila, and a lot of it came back to stuff that she was saying behind their back that got back to them. So, girl, whoever you was talking to, whether you was in the group chat or you thought you had a friend, baby, they wasn't there. Okay, they was going back and running. They was running back and telling everything you said to the guys, because you said stuff about Marvin, you said stuff about Phil, you said stuff about somebody else that you said wasn't really trying to get to know you or wasn't trying to talk to you. Girl, it was all going back to the men, and they ain't appreciate it. They ain't like it. They thought you was doing a lot. Okay, so with that being said, child, Tequila got eliminated. You not ready to love. I'm sorry, boo, but I saw that one coming. Cause, child, the way you was caping for Habibi, I want you to go get some. I was gonna say I want you to go sit on the couch, but I can't diagnose nobody. But I do think you might need to question why Habibi, out of all of them people, was the person you was the most connected to. You might need to question that. Anyway, that's all I got. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.